What's up, Tech Feed? I'm your host, Jon Rettinger. Welcome back to another episode of TechnoBuffalo's Driven. This week, I'm going to sit right here in this here office and I'm going to tell you a tale. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, some cider, whatever beverage you enjoy, and I'm going to tell you about the 2013 Mazda 3. Let's get zooming. So hatchbacks are all over the freaking world, but only really started to take off in the US the past 5 years or so. Today, we are taking a look at one of the hottest affordable hatches around, the 2013 Mazda 3 Grand Touring. Not much has really changed design-wise with the latest iteration of the 3. It features the same signature Mazda chin grille, some nice accents around that hatchback bubble butt. Sir Mix-a-Lot would love to scowl because boom! Baby got back. In the rear is a pretty decent cargo bay with the seats folded down and their 60/40 split. You could easily fit a bike or any other larger luggage. Or one John in the hatch. Alright, so what's powering this smiley little guy? It is a pretty run-of-the-mill sounding 2-liter 4-cylinder putting out 155 horsepower and 148 foot-pounds of torque, getting this smiling hatchback to 60 in just about 8 seconds. So on paper, those are pretty standard specs, but the 3 and many other Mazdas have a deep, dark secret. If you open up the hood or the bonnet, depending on where you live, and you see a blue engine cover, you've got a Mazda 3 with skyactiv technology. So what's skyactiv? Well, it's time to get super nerdy. Nerd time. So skyactiv is the world's first gasoline engine to achieve a high compression ratio of 14:1. So what the heck does that mean? So for what it's worth, most gas engines today have a compression ratio of 10:1, or maybe if they're lucky, 12:1. So it's understood that if you can raise the compression ratio from, let's say, 10:1 to 15:1, you pick up approximately 9% gain in internal efficiency. So why isn't everyone rushed to do this? Well, basically it's because the torque suffers due to engine knocking. Knocking is not what happens when someone's at your door, it's when the air-fuel mixture ignites too soon due to high temperature and pressure. So there's that. So Mazda's engineers set out to increase the compression ratio without increasing the engine knocking. The result was several pretty revolutionary improvements in the gasoline engine as we know it. At least that's what they're hoping you're gonna think. It does bear repeating though that Mazda took this approach as opposed to taking the hybrid electric route. Mazda, at least so their PR material told me, that no matter how much we want to stop using oil, we as a society will still be using gasoline engines for at least 25 years. So knowing that, why throw away all your engineering eggs in the hybrid basket? Or at least that's how the thinking goes. So what does all this great fancy tech get you in the MPG department? 27 city, 38 highway for a combined 31 overall. So the Mazda that we had is paired with a 6-speed manual. I usually really like driving manual transmissions, but this one just never sat right with me. Like a 5-day-old sandwich or a burrito you just shouldn't eat. The clutch was sticky, it revved way too fast, gear throws seemed pretty far apart, and it just flat out wasn't as fun as other manuals were. For my money though, I'd opt for the 6-speed automatic transmission and save your left foot the headache. If you can get past the transmission though, driving the 3 is a pretty enjoyable experience. The engine sounds throaty, and it took corners like a fast and furious champ. The ride was sporty enough, but I'd still classify it as pretty smooth. It's not a sports tuned suspension, and it's not a giant Cadillac XTS pillow either. I really hit the sweet spot. Driving at 60 plus miles per hour though, there was definitely some decent outside noise coming in, but kick up the radio and well, problem solved. Speaking of radio, our car was equipped with the $1,500 tech package, which is standard at this trim level. It brings a lot of stuff, including HID headlights, rain sensing wipers, XM radio, and some other tech niceties. What it didn't come with though was a backup camera, which is a real shame because rear visibility was not overly awesome. Our car is opted with Velocity red paint and all, comes in at just over 26 grand. This guy can be had for as little as 15,000 depending on what option or trim level you go for. Alright, so what's the conclusion on the Mazda 3? Overall, I actually really enjoyed driving the hot little hatch. I wasn't thrilled with the manual transmission, but the skyactiv tech and that peppy 2-liter 4-cylinder engine do a great job making this a fun little grocery getter. If you're looking for a hatchback, you definitely should give the 3 a look. So what do you guys think about the Mazda 3? Is it going to be your next ride? Are you going to give it a look when you're in the market for a new car? I want to hear from you. To get the latest in consumer electronics goodness and learn how to save your life if you're ever out somewhere where you don't want to be, you should subscribe to the Tech Feed. Do that right here, across my chesticles. I am Jon Rettinger for TechnoBuffalo's Driven, and I will see you guys in the next video.